pseudoscience group that pushed all sorts of fake cures and treatments for COVID and also spread anti-vaccination messaging, known as America's Frontline Doctors, is in absolute turmoil. The infighting has become a complete and utter disaster, and that infighting has been sparked by the fact that one of their own has engaged in some extravagant spending. And that person is actually their leader. It's awesome. Now, Simone Gold is her name, and if you don't remember America's Frontline Doctors, they raised millions of dollars through fundraising and by doling out prescriptions for disproven COVID treatments like ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine. For months, America's Frontline Doctors has been split between its board and Dr. Simone Gold, the group's charismatic founder and convicted Capitol rioter, over an internal audit into Gold's personal spending. That dispute spilled into the open on November 5th when the board sued Gold to try and force her to stop representing the organization. Now, I have to admit that this story made me not like Gold, but at least respect her a little bit.
Really? How is that for ironic?
I'll tell you.
Okay, because there's an underwear model somewhere in the story.
Yes, there is an underwear model somewhere in the story. Let's get to that first, okay? So the lawsuit's outcome could determine the fate of the group overall. America's Frontline Doctors is tearing itself apart in this fight over Gold's over what Gold's rivals describe as their extravagant spending. So let's get to that extravagant spending. It's the best part of the story. The alleged purchases include $100,000 on a single private jet trip and $50,000 a month in Gold's personal expenses. Okay, much of the controversy has centered on AFLDS's purchase of a $3.6 million mansion in Naples, Florida, where Gold lives with her boyfriend, a much younger underwear model and a fellow Capitol rioter.
Well, if you're gonna go to a Capitol riot, you gotta have the right underwear. And so, I mean, hey, listen, get some.
No,
okay?
I mean, do you, boo? Or him, whatever you want. I mean, it's gonna cause some conflict within your little group, but no, by the way, I'm totally kidding about respecting her. I don't respect her. She peddled all sorts of lies that in some cases got people severely sick or even killed people. And so, no respect for her or this group overall. And look, this is what it was all about from the very beginning, guys, right? The reason why they were peddling these fake cures or treatments for COVID is because they were profiting off of it. And so she pocketed some of this money, according to the accusations, and spent it on herself to the tune of $50,000 a month in personal expenses.
Yeah.
What are you spending $50,000 a month on? I don't understand rich people.
Look, the minute you let go of rationality, you're screwed, because then you're in a world where things don't have to make sense anymore. That's prey for con men. When they see somebody going, hey, you know what? I don't think 99% of the world's doctors are right. I don't think 99% of the world's scientists are right. Okay, to them, what they see is a giant neon sign over your head going, sucker, sucker, come rob him, come rob him. And so they all set in. And look, sometimes it happens on the left too, but the right wing makes it into an art, a science, you name it. I mean, you've got every con man in the world on that side. I mean, Alex Jones sells brain pills because he thinks his audience is not that bright. It's like the whole place is filled with con men. The greatest con man in American history, Donald J. Trump. That's why he's the head of the party, right? And so, but what do they all do? They all tell you alternative facts, alternative reality. Why? Because they're trying to rob you. That's why. The doctors aren't the ones making it up. It's the con men that are making it up. It's so obvious, but yet people fall for it, and she gets $50,000 a month.
Dude.
plus $100,000 private jet for one trip.
One trip.
Plus the underwear model. And if you act now, we throw in the underwear model for free.
Guys, Cenk, I'm gonna need you to calm down, okay? Because there's too many details that they're not getting.
Yeah, there's amazing.
Okay, you guys are thirsty for the details.
You know it.
All right, and I'm gonna give it to you right now.
Let's do right
now. So, by the way, so she has a $50,000, like $50,000 in expenses per month. And that makes a lot of sense when she spends $5,600 a month on cleaning. Like, how dirty are you? Like, what's going on?
Apparently she's dirty.
Real dirty. I mean, she and that underwear model getting after it. Okay,
they gotta clean up afterwards.
Okay, this is the best part of the story, guys. The best part of the story. So she gave a pay cut to a doctor within their little organization. Okay, she cut this doctor's salary in half, 50%. You know why she did it? Because she wanted to give her underwear model boyfriend a raise. So she took that money from this doctor's salary and paid her little underwear model. No, I love it. I love it. Let me read it to you. Okay, no, it's just so good. So here we go. She proposed that the operations director cut another doctor's annual pay in half from $144,000 a year and give the extra $72,000 to her boyfriend. And while she was in prison, because remember she was one of the Capitol rioters and was convicted for it, the board began the internal audit of her spending habits. Right, so they waited for her to go to prison. They're like, let's see what she's been up to with our money. I don't know, man. This is the game. She was playing it.
Yeah, so look, if you're a doctor that's part of the crew that's deceiving people into risking their lives, I got no sympathy for you at all. Oh, dear quack, was your money cut in half to give to the leader's underwear model, dude? Boo-hoo. Well, the damage that they all did is so much worse than the damage that was done to them.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, so in a sense, like, look, I mean, if anybody's gonna get robbed, it's better these people than anybody else.
Absolutely. And even though the investigations and audits are happening, Gold isn't backing down, penning threatening emails to board members and describing herself alternately as a popular folk hero, a rainmaker, and an avenging lioness.
Wow. The underwear model agrees.
Oh my God.
Look, man, like I said, if you're in that ball game of being a con man, this is how you play the game. You don't hate the player, hate the game.
I hate all of it. Right. I hate her. I hate this group of hucksters who got people sick or killed in some cases because of their illnesses and the fact that they were taking like drugs that were not proven to treat or cure COVID because of these doctors. I mean, it's just sick. So chicken's coming home to roost. I hope there are actual consequences for some of the financial issues here, but who knows? All right. You want to move on?
Chickens, roosters, or anyway. Okay, somebody came home to roost.